So these are the very basic steps to set up for working your first starting chain in crochet. You will need a ball of yarn and a hook adapted to the yarn you use. Do not trust the ball band. Use a hook at least 1 millimeter larger than the one indicated on the ball band, at least for these first few steps. So to have an elastic start of your work, you will need to make a slip knot around your hook. And this is how I teach the slip knot to people who have never made one. So this is the tail of your yarn, and this is the yarn that is attached to your ball of yarn. So you will move the yarn that's attached to the ball, and you will form a loop over the tail like this, and then you will slip the yarn under this loop. Okay, so the only piece of yarn you're moving is the one that's attached to the ball. So now you have the loop and you have the yarn running underneath in the middle of the loop. So you will put that yarn underneath on your hook and you will pull. And now you have a slip knot, which means that you can pull on the yarn to adapt the size of this knot. And you're going to adapt it to your hook. So the piece of the hook where you're going to adjust your yarn is this piece. This is a 5 millimeter hook and it's 5 millimeters here. Do not adjust your yarn on this part, this smaller part of your hook, because it will be impossible to work into your stitches. And I will try to show you this. It's not very easy. Adjust it a little bit more here. So you have a little bit of space between your loop and your hook. This is too tight. So here we have a little bit of space, if you can see that. Just a tiny bit. But this will give us the room to wiggle around. So now we can get started with our first crochet chain.